Hey guys, what is up? It is Dalton here, and welcome to Video Game Finds number 67. Now this week we got a little bit of stuff. It's not a whole lot. It's not as much as last week, believe me. That was a lot of stuff. But we still got some pretty cool finds here. A couple things off eBay, and then some local stuff. So before I get started, I'm going to go ahead and explain how I'm uploading and filming this video. I'm actually recording this video right now on a Friday, the 13th here. The reason being is if you haven't seen my last video, the reason is because I'm attending a video game convention with my brother this weekend. We're actually selling stuff. We're going to be, attending to a booth at the, the convention. So we're going to be busy all weekend, Saturday and Sunday. So I won't have a whole lot of time at all. Definitely won't have any time to film anything on Sunday. So that's why I'm filming it now. I'm still going to try and upload it on Sunday, probably early enough in the morning before I have to go out to the convention for the second part, just so I can get it up on the normal schedule. But the recording time is a little bit different, but it'll still have the same materials and everything like that in it. So anyways, enough blabbering off about that. As you can tell, my sinuses are still kind of a little congested. It's come that pollen and stuff's in the air and it's blowing around, and it's just been kind of congesting me a little bit. So I do apologize if that annoys you guys. So anyways, without further ado, let's get started with the stuff. All right. So my first find of the week, this was on Wednesday. I went on a bike ride because it's getting nice enough out now where I can start doing that and go to the local thrift stores and stuff around here. So I ended up going to Goodwill, and I had a half-off coupon. It was the last day to use it because they usually have the half-off sale weekend, and then they give you a coupon if you purchase something that weekend. They give you a coupon that's good until like the Wednesday of that following week to use it. So it was the last day to use this coupon, and I'm glad I found something to use it on because I didn't want to just waste the coupon. So this was going to be $2, but I got it for $1. And then like 30 cents because I donated some change that I had in my wallet at the time. So $1.30. It's pretty ugly, but it works, and that is an official Sony PS2 controller. It is missing the thumb pads there, and the DualShock does not work on this. The rumble's broken, but it does work. I played it with it for like 10 minutes on GTA San Andreas just to make sure it all worked and everything, and it worked great. So it's got one little crack on the handle. I don't know if that'll show up on camera or not, but it's got one little crack right here, but it's not really that bad. I don't think it goes all the way through the plastic, so it's not too big a deal. It's more of a scratch really than a crack, so that's not a big deal. But for $1.30, it works great. I can't complain at all, so very cool. I actually had to like dig this out a little bit. It was in with a bunch of cords. You know how you get your Christmas lights out ready to hang them up, and they're all wadded up in a nest, like a rat's nest? Yeah, you don't want to deal with that, right? But I ended up spending like 5 minutes trying to snake the cord out of there because it was all bunched up, but it was worth it because in the end it all worked out, so very cool. Alright, then off eBay, we've got a couple of consoles here. They're just the units, nothing too spectacular, but first one here, they're both NESs, but we got two NESs here. There's the first one. It's a little yellowed. It's not too bad. It doesn't look like it's showing up on camera like it was when I looked at it on eBay. But here's this one. It's really good shape. I mean, no cracks or chips or anything out of the corners. Very clean overall solid system. Just a little bit of yellowing. This one had a dead pin connector in it, so I did replace that one. Now it has a brand new 72 pin in it. Works first try every time. Don't even have to push the game down for it to work, which is really cool. That tells you how good the pins do when you put a new one in there. But there's that one. And here's this other one, also in pretty good shape. It's just got some chemical staining to it. I don't know if you can kind of see that on camera or not, but you can kind of see how it does the the pattern here. It's kind of like right there and stuff. It's all smoothed out, like someone like rubbed some chemical rubbing alcohol or something on there. I don't know what was on there that made them have to do that, but it does look a little ugly if you look at it at a certain angle. Otherwise, it's not very yellowed at all. It looks really clean, just like the other one. No chips or cracks or anything in the outer shell. This one already had a pretty good pin connector in it, so I didn't have to change that one, so that's cool. When I got these on eBay, they looked like they were grass, yellow, green, stain colored, yellow. It was just because of the lighting that they had when their picture was done. But they work really well. What I was reading in the listing, it said that both pins were really bad. I did understand that for one of them, but the other one worked pretty well. So those were like $44.50 or something like that after shipping. So technically almost $45 for the two NESs, which is a really good deal because I usually piece them together and sell them off in like bundles with games and stuff. So that was really cool to find those two on eBay. I was really happy. Alright, and then again we have another lot that I got off eBay, and we have here another NES console here, but this one is fairly ugly. But what I mean is it's got some really bad burns and coffee spill marks and everything all over it. These were actually really bad before. I kind of had to sand them down a little bit just so they looked a little bit better than they did. They had actual like bubbling burn like holes, and it looked really, really bad. So I tried to change that as best I could. I tried sanding it off a little bit. Yeah, it does smooth it out and everything, but I'd rather that than having the holes and the burn marks there. But they still are kind of there, so it's not the greatest shape NES. But it's got a little bit of yellowing to the front of it. And again, yeah, it's got like a burn ring right here or something like that. Some spill, like, you know, splatter marks, stuff like that. So this was a fairly mistreated console. It was more used like a coffee table than an actual game console, if you will. But it does work. The pins aren't the greatest, but they do work if you have clean enough games. So that's okay. It's not the greatest shape, so I'm going to probably sell this one cheaper just because of the condition of it physically. It was pretty ugly. I cleaned it up the best that I could do. It had a name painted on it. I got that scrubbed off. It was like right here. There was a name on there. But I got that off of there. So there's that. But what it came with was an official RF switch. Does work. That's really cool. That was really dirty, by the way. I mean, this stuff looked like it was laying out in the dirt somewhere for a few weeks or something. It was really bad. But it also came with a copy of Super Mario Brothers Duck Hunt. Really clean copy now after there was like, you know, rental stickers on the back and there was dirt on the front. And the pins were really disgusting on the inside. There was like grunge stuck up on the inside of the motherboard and everything. It was pretty gross. But there's that. And then it came with 2 official controllers. This one right here actually kind of looks like it was ran over by a truck. I don't know how well you can see it, but it's got scratches and stuff all in the front. The start button's all chunked out. But yeah, this looks like it was ran over. I'm not sure why it's this bad, but it is pretty banged up. But it does work. They both do. They both work very nicely, so I can't complain there. So for 2 extra controllers to come with it and everything, that was really cool. And the grand total after shipping, $23.50. And that is a really good deal. I usually only pay that for like a console usually, so but for that one that makes up for, you know, having the stuff with it, because the console is pretty bad looking. So but I was happy that it came with the 2 controllers, the RF switch and the Mario Duck Hunt. That was a really good bonus. So very cool.